Close your eyes for a moment and observe your own mind. Watch how it moves. Watch what it clings to. Watch what it fears. Because exactly there, money is already deciding whether it will come to you or avoid you. Money does not respond to your hands, it responds to your inner state. It listens to your consciousness far more deeply than to your effort. You may have noticed this strange mystery in life. Two people wake up in the same city, breathe the same air, face the same economy. One keeps expanding, finding opportunities, meeting the right people at the right time. The other keeps struggling, feeling blocked, unlucky, defeated. The outer conditions are similar, yet the inner worlds are completely different. One lives with trust, openness, and alertness. The other lives with fear, doubt, and contraction. Money simply follows the open one, the conscious one, the one who is available. Consciousness means awareness. Awareness means you are not asleep. Most people live mechanically. They repeat the same thoughts every day. There is not enough, life is hard, money is difficult. These thoughts are not harmless. They are instructions given to existence. When you keep repeating scarcity inside, you train your energy to see only walls, never doors. And money, being sensitive energy, avoids a mind that is closed and afraid. See how attention works. When you walk in darkness with fear, even a small stone feels like a mountain. When you walk with awareness, even obstacles become stepping stones. A conscious mind notices patterns, learns quickly, adapts easily. Such a mind does not panic when challenges appear. And money loves calm intelligence. Money flows toward those who can stay centered even in uncertainty. Look at a child learning something new. The child is playful, curious, relaxed. Learning happens effortlessly. But when fear enters, intelligence collapses. The same happens with wealth. When fear dominates, you make poor decisions, miss timing, sabotage opportunities. When awareness dominates, you act clearly, speak confidently, and attract support without forcing it. Science has observed this silently. Studies show that people who believe life is abundant take healthier risks, invest in growth, and recover faster from failure. Their belief is not fantasy. It becomes a self-fulfilling reality. Consciousness shapes perception. Perception shapes choice. Choice shapes destiny. Money simply travels along this chain. You may ask, but what about hard work? Effort is useful, but effort without awareness is blind. A man digging randomly may work all day and find nothing. Another, aware of where water flows underground, digs once and finds a well. Consciousness is that inner compass. Without it, effort becomes exhaustion. Watch successful people closely, not their words but their presence. There is a certain relaxation around them, a groundedness, a clarity. Even when they speak about problems, there is no panic. That calmness is magnetic. Opportunities are attracted to it just as birds are attracted to a silent lake at dawn. When your consciousness shifts from fear to trust, from confusion to clarity, from reaction to response, money begins to feel safe around you. Energy always seeks harmony. It flows towards spaces where it is understood, respected, and allowed to move freely. So do not obsess over money. Obsessing is unconsciousness. Instead, refine your awareness. Watch your thoughts. Clean your inner dialogue. Replace scarcity stories with clarity. The moment your consciousness rises, money will no longer be something you chase. It will become something that naturally finds you because energy always recognizes the level of awareness where it belongs. Watch carefully how you relate to money because the way you look at money is the way money looks at you. This relationship is subtle, invisible, yet immensely powerful. Money is not offended by poverty, but it is deeply disturbed by hatred, guilt, and fear. If somewhere inside you money feels wrong, impure, or dangerous, then you have already closed the door before it even knocks. Many people carry borrowed ideas. They were told that money corrupts, that wealth is immoral, that spiritual people should remain poor. These ideas were never questioned. They were simply swallowed. And whatever you swallow becomes part of your blood. then you wonder why money does not stay with you. You may earn it, but it slips away. You may receive it, but you cannot hold it. Energy does not stay where it is not welcomed. Look at your inner conversation. When you see someone wealthy, what arises in you? Admiration or jealousy, inspiration or resentment? That instant reaction reveals everything. If jealousy arises, you are unconsciously pushing money away. If resentment arises, you are declaring war on it. Existence listens carefully to these signals. Money is neutral. It has no morality of its own. It simply magnifies the state of the person who holds it. In fearful hands it creates fear. In loving hands it creates comfort. In unconscious hands it creates chaos. In aware hands it becomes a tool of beauty. Fire can cook food or burn a house. The fire is not responsible. The consciousness of the user is. Observe how easily you say, "I cannot afford this," even before checking possibilities. These words are not facts. They are habits. Slowly they become identity. And once something becomes identity, life arranges itself to protect it. If you identify as someone who struggles, struggle will become your companion. If you identify as someone who trusts life, life begins to cooperate. There is a hidden paradox. People who chase money aggressively rarely enjoy it, and those who respect it calmly often attract more. Chasing comes from insecurity. Respect comes from inner balance. Money feels safer with someone who is balanced, someone who will not be destroyed by having it or broken by losing it. Think of relationships. If someone clings to you desperately, you feel suffocated. If someone hates you, you feel attacked. But if someone is relaxed and respectful, you naturally feel drawn. Money behaves in the same way. It is sensitive, responsive, alive as energy. Modern psychology confirms this through studies on financial behavior. Those who feel shame or guilt about money often sabotage their own success, spending impulsively or avoiding growth. Those who see money as a neutral resource make clearer decisions, save wisely and invest consciously. The outer pattern mirrors the inner attitude. To change your financial life, do not begin with numbers. Begin with respect. Begin with friendliness. When money comes, welcome it without excitement and without guilt. When it goes, let it go without panic and without self-hatred. This relaxed acceptance creates trust between you and money. The moment money senses that you will neither abuse it nor worship it, something relaxes in the flow of existence. Opportunities appear naturally. Support comes from unexpected directions. You have not forced anything. You have simply corrected your relationship. Remember, life does not give you what you want. It reflects who you are. Change the quality of your relationship with money, and money will quietly, gracefully change its relationship with you. You have been told again and again that struggle is holy, that pain is proof of sincerity, that only those who suffer deserve to receive. This idea has gone very deep, almost into your bones. And because of this, even when life offers ease, you feel uncomfortable. You feel guilty when things flow naturally. You start creating obstacles where none exist. This is not virtue, this is conditioning. Look at existence. Nowhere do you find struggle as a principle. The sun does not rise with effort, the flowers do not bloom through tension, the river does not push itself toward the ocean, it relaxes and flows. Only the human mind believes that suffering is a requirement. And because money belongs to the laws of existence, not to the laws of your conditioning, it avoids those who are continuously tense. Struggle is nothing but resistance. You are pushing against life instead of moving with it. When you resist, your energy is divided. One part moves forward, another part pulls backward. Naturally, exhaustion follows. And in exhaustion, intelligence becomes dull. Decisions become reactive. Creativity disappears. Money does not grow in such soil. You may have seen people who work endlessly, sacrificing health, joy, relationships, yet remaining financially stuck. And you may also have seen people who seem relaxed, playful, even enjoying their work, yet growing steadily. This creates jealousy, confusion, sometimes anger, but the secret is simple. One is working against life, the other is working with life. When you do something you love, energy expands, time disappears. You forget yourself. In that forgetting, something sacred happens. Your work becomes meditation, and meditation is the highest intelligence. From that intelligence, the right actions arise naturally. Psychologists call this the state of flow. In this state, productivity increases, creativity sharpens, and results multiply without strain. Struggle narrows your vision. Ease widens it. When you are tense, you only see survival. When you are relaxed, you see possibilities. A relaxed mind notices opportunities that a struggling mind completely misses. And money often comes through these unnoticed doors, not through forceful pushing. This does not mean laziness. Laziness is unconsciousness. Ease is awareness. There is a vast difference. The lazy person avoids action. The aware person chooses action intelligently. One sleeps to escape life. The other rests deeply to engage life more fully. Notice how often you glorify being busy. You say, "I am very busy," as if it were an achievement. Busyness has become a substitute for awareness. But busyness is not productivity. It is often confusion in motion. And money does not reward confusion. It rewards clarity. When you drop the idea that struggle makes you worthy, a great burden falls from your heart. You no longer need to prove yourself through suffering. You can learn, grow, adapt, and enjoy the journey. From this enjoyment, perseverance arises naturally. And perseverance without tension is unstoppable. Data from modern studies confirms this ancient truth. People who experience less stress and more engagement in their work earn more over time, not less. Stress shrinks the brain's capacity to plan and innovate. Relaxation expands it. Wealth is created not by exhausted minds but by clear ones. The moment you allow ease, you become more receptive. You listen better. You collaborate better. You respond instead of reacting. Money begins to trust you because it senses that you will not destroy yourself or others in its pursuit. Drop the romance with suffering. It has stolen enough from you. Allow work to become joyful. Allow effort to be intelligent, not violent. When you are aligned, when your actions arise from awareness and not from fear, wealth stops being a battle. It becomes a natural consequence, just like a shadow that follows you quietly when you walk in the light. Understand one fundamental law of life: whatever does not move begins to decay. Water that flows stays fresh. Water that stagnates starts to smell. The same law applies to money. Because money is not a thing, it is movement. It is energy in circulation. When you try to hold it out of fear, you poison its nature. When you allow it to move with awareness, it multiplies. Many people give, but they give with trembling hands. Deep inside, they are afraid. They give hoping something will return quickly. This is not giving, this is bargaining. And existence cannot be bargained with. It only mirrors your inner state. When you give from fear, fear increases. When you give from abundance, abundance expands. Look closely at your feeling when you share. Do you feel lighter or more anxious? If anxiety arises, it means you believe you do not have enough, and whatever you believe becomes your reality. If you feel joy while giving, it means you trust life. That trust is the real seed of wealth. Modern science has quietly confirmed this truth. Studies in neuroscience show that acts of genuine generosity activate the brain's reward system and increase long-term optimism, resilience, and confidence. These inner qualities directly influence success and prosperity. The brain of a generous person literally becomes more capable of seeing opportunities. But generosity does not mean foolishness. Awareness is essential. Give intelligently, consciously, joyfully. Share what flows naturally from your fullness. A smile, time, knowledge, support. Money is only one form of giving. When your life becomes a sharing, existence responds with more to share. You may have noticed that those who hoard are never at peace. Even if they have much, they live in constant fear of loss. Their nights are restless. Their minds are calculating. Money senses this fear and remains tense around them. It never truly settles. It comes and goes, but it never becomes a friend. On the other hand, those who know how to give without losing themselves carry a quiet confidence. They know that life is larger than their bank balance. This confidence is not arrogance, it is rootedness. Money feels safe around such people because they are not dependent on it for their identity. Think of breathing. You inhale and you exhale. If you try to hold the breath, you will suffocate. Giving and receiving follow the same rhythm. If you only take, you become heavy. If you only give, you become empty. Balance is the key. Awareness keeps the rhythm alive. Even in business, those who reinvest, who share profits wisely, who uplift others, grow faster than those who only extract. This is not morality, it is intelligence. Value circulates, trust circulates, energy circulates, and money follows circulation. When you give with awareness, you send a message to your subconscious mind, I live in a friendly universe. The subconscious does not argue, it obeys. It begins to notice evidence to support this belief. Opportunities appear, support arrives, ideas flow. Giving is not about impressing others. It is about aligning with life. When your inner state says there is enough, life echoes back, yes, there is enough. Allow money to move through you, not get stuck inside you. Become a passage, not a prison. When energy finds a clear passage, it returns again and again, richer each time. Become a doorway, not a storage room. This single understanding can transform your entire relationship with wealth. Money is not meant to stop with you, it is meant to pass through you. The moment you believe that money is yours to possess, fear enters. And with fear comes tension, control, and blindness. But when you understand that money is a visitor, a flow, a movement of life, relaxation arises naturally. Look at the people who accumulate endlessly. They are never satisfied. Even when they have more than they can use, their eyes remain hungry. This hunger is not for money, it is for security, for recognition, for meaning. Money cannot fulfill these needs, and because they expect money to do what only awareness can do, they remain frustrated. Existence does not support confusion. Money comes to those who know how to use it wisely. Use does not mean spending carelessly. It means allowing money to serve life. When money helps you grow, helps others grow, helps ideas take form, it becomes creative energy. When it is only counted and guarded, it becomes dead weight. Observe how life supports those who create value. A person who solves problems, who improves systems, who brings clarity where there is chaos, naturally attracts resources. Society rewards usefulness. Money is simply a symbol of value exchanged. The more consciously you contribute, the more life responds. Modern data supports this ancient insight. The most financially successful individuals are not those who hoard the most, but those who build, innovate, and serve at scale. They think beyond personal survival. Their vision includes others. That larger vision opens larger channels for wealth. If you ask only, how can I get more money? Your energy shrinks. The question itself is small, but if you ask, how can I serve more life? Your energy expands. And when energy expands, money follows naturally. Money loves expansion. It avoids contraction. Notice how anxiety disappears when your work feels meaningful. You may still work hard, but the work no longer drains you. It nourishes you, and that nourishment, creativity flowers. And creativity is the real source of wealth. Machines can work hard, only conscious beings can create. When you see yourself as a channel, gratitude replaces greed. You feel thankful when money comes and equally grateful when it moves onward for a higher purpose. This gratitude keeps you balanced, and balance is magnetic. There is a deep intelligence in existence. It does not support parasites, nor does it support martyrs. It supports those who participate joyfully. When you participate fully, when you give your intelligence, your love, your skill, life gives back through many forms, money being one of them. Do not cling to money and do not reject it. Both are extremes born of unconsciousness. Walk the middle path of awareness. Let money come, let money go, and remain centered in both moments. When you live this way, wealth stops being an obsession. It becomes a side effect, a natural echo of your contribution, your clarity, and your connection with life itself.